You know the story. There was a garden and a tree. God said not to touch it, and she did. We watched her sin in picture books. Solemn, white little Eve with oversized teardrop eyes. We colored her hair purple on recycled copy paper, and where it said the fall, we filled in the A with rainbow stripes. We heard it told in distant, rosy cautions, crisscross applesauce on the altar steps on Sunday. We never had to ask why. There was no dearth of teachers. She wanted to be God, they said, knowing good from evil. She had paradise, but still, she wanted. She wanted to know. Wicked thing. It's evil, I guess, to want to know evil when you see it. So the end came right there at the beginning, in those juicy drops of knowledge on her lips. In childhood, I listened to that story, its echoes growing sharper every year, while I knit a blanket out of sins and serpents and hung it up between God and me, and me, and me. I stared at its pattern of yeses and nos until my eyes crossed. And I wondered, what does it mean to know? If she couldn't tell good from bad, how could she see a snake for a snake? Or a God for a good? Why didn't Adam wonder? And if perfection's so perfect, why is a fig so enticing? See, I'm with Michelangelo on this. As accustomed as I am to apples, it was always a fig for me. Not a mandrake or a mushroom, a pomegranate, not even a persimmon, though that's close. I mean, have you looked at them? Persimmons and figs? Sisters, they have a certain familiarity about them. I imagine naked Eve, unmasked and uncovered, looked up at the tree and down at herself and said, "Oh my God, figs!" She, precious child of God, image bearer, saw a piece of her loved and sacred self dangling plump and fragrant from a bough. And when her skin, her hair, her tongue, by reflex all responded, did a chiding voice in her imperfect memory cry out, "Do not do evil, woman"? There must be some mistake. How am I evil? Eve wanted to know. I don't need a snake to ask these questions. I am my own servant. A wild disaster of wanting. I want to know. God, I want to know how to believe in you and me at once. Why I never saw you in myself when I could see you in a cricket on the steps. I want to know why I can't tear that damn blanket down even now, and why it seems to matter so much that I'm made of persimmons and figs. I can't help but think, God, that you smile a bit at my defiance. After all, you're the one who decided to talk to us in stories. And that's telling in itself, because if you want to shackle someone, you don't use stories for chains. Stories are dangerous and unpredictable. See, that's my language. I know just as well as you do. Stories never really belong to you. They change. So if the fate of the world lies in obedience, why not just say so? But instead of answers, you gave us a garden, and a woman, and a fig. A question hung from a tree, and Eve took it up and sunk her teeth. What a gloriously human thing to do. And I wonder, years later, when her feet were calloused and her belly was stretched and sore, I wonder if she still grinned a little bit when she remembered that taste. If it still danced across her tongue. I wonder if she realized it isn't the knowing, it's the wanting that makes us divine.